you said you had some gripes with Jordan Peterson. I'm just really curious to see, like, to hear what those gripes are that you have with him.
Sure. And like I said, I think that there's more good than bad out of Jordan Peterson. I think
Okay.
that everybody, and look, I can agree with people on something and take wisdom. This is something that I've learned as an older person. People don't need to be people where I accept everything from them and everything they says is accurate.
Right.
Sometimes my friend who's a fitness coach, I listen to him on fitness. I don't listen to him on finance. You know?
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he knows what he's talking about. When you're talking about getting abs, he knows what he's talking about. He does not know what he's talking about if he talks about, like, I don't know, 401ks, crypto, whatever, investment, stocks, equities, options. I'm not going to ask him about puts and calls.
Right.
He's not going to know what the hell he's talking about. And that's fine. Nobody is perfect. And in fact, it's better to have people that have silos of expertise. And Jordan Peterson has some areas where he's extremely sharp. He's extremely correct. In other areas where he has no freaking clue.
Right.
And I think one of my biggest gripes is his view on, and this is, I think, part of his depression, part of his struggle, is his view on marriage, his view on, kind of, he's one of those guys who's, I call it a little trad con, the kind of like marry up and marry these girls and make them into good women, and it's like, well, that's not how it works anymore, Jordan. Maybe it worked that way 40 years ago or 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And I think he went through a lot of internal strife through his daughter, Michaela Peterson, and her divorce and what was going on with her and, all of her family relationship. I think that bared a lot on Jordan because of everything they were going through. And that's kind of counter to his narrative of just kind of sticking it out and, going through the tough stuff. But he doesn't realize that nowadays there's just so much incentive in the West. I mean, it's so difficult to keep marriages going for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. That's just not something that in the modern era is easy. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying it's very difficult, and the laws and the society is against you. So that's something I have a problem with Jordan Peterson on.
What's really interesting is the fact that if you think about the way society has changed so much over the past, you could go use just like 100 years, go back to women's suffrage compared to what it is today. I feel like things are way more expensive nowadays. And I think what's really interesting is the fact that women have been pushed into the workforce so much that it's harder for people to have families because of that. Because I think women are, bear a huge responsibility. I mean, they're the ones who eventually make the babies is basically what I'm trying to say. I mean, men can't really make babies, right?
And that's a very objective, like Jordan Peterson said, everybody says it's a women make the babies, men don't. That's at the end of the day. I don't care what you believe in terms of, LGBTQA++. That's a fact. It's not going to change.